Alright, hello fun and welcome back to my developer vlog series, where today we're going to be having a look at all the progress I've made in the past 2 weeks on our project, StrateZ. And all in all, I'm pretty happy with where we are. We are still a little bit ahead of schedule, but unfortunately, in these past 2 weeks, there were 2 major problems I ran into, which meant I didn't get as far as I was hoping. Now, of course, what I was attempting to get done these past 2 weeks was the AI. Now, we already had it in a basic functioning state last video. This time around for these past 2 weeks was really fine-tuning it so that buildings were built in the correct order, in the right places, that armies were constructed, and again in the right order, and that eventually units were made to attack the enemy. And most of that is good to go. I'm happy with how both factions are constructing their armies, building their various buildings, and collecting resources. That all has gone very nicely, and I've pretty much fine-tuned it all to where I want it to be. The issue is the attacking part. And we'll actually load into the game here and start taking a look at all those things individually. Now let's actually give this guy something to do while I build a tower to defend this base from any random rogue mindless zombies. And we'll go head over to look at how the zombie faction is doing. And as you can see, they've already built a lot of units. I found that the zombie faction, I needed to lower the cost of resources for units as well as the speed of production so that they could be more of a Zerg Rush style faction. And so yes, they can build units very quickly in the beginning. They then kind of trail off because of course they run out of their initial 400 flesh resources. So that's why they've got all the collectors going. They are successfully going to 2 different body piles, which is quite nice. And I actually even changed their animations, so they actually get down and start eating the flesh pile to collect it. I like that, rather than the what they were doing of just hitting it, like what the scavengers do. And it all works well. They then carry the flesh back, and it's great. And you can see they have built a little army here, and eventually, once they do build up enough power and a stockpile of resources to rebuild their army, they will begin to send units to attack, and I'm very pleased about that. The issue on that is they don't always send the right units. Now, they're supposed to sort of send out basically everyone who's not working doing another thing, but it doesn't always seem to go that way. And you can see actually some of them have kind of right now freaking out about what they should do because the AI is trying to figure out who to send for an attack, and they have chosen these 2. Which is odd considering the small army of combat units they have available right here. And so yes, there's an issue with the army list creation right now, and it's causing some issues with these guys. You can see some of them pausing, not knowing what to do, if they should be attacking or collecting. And yeah, they should be collecting. And that's the big issue I'm having on their end. But overall, they do what I want them to do. And they will even build additional body piles out in the world. And I've made it so that they build them close by other flesh resources so that they can begin collecting those. And that's been working great. The big roadblock with the zombies is they're sending the wrong units and not enough of them. My whole point with their AI was to send basically everyone at once to sort of Zerg Rush. Again, that's sort of my idea I'm going with for them there. And they don't. They send like 2, maybe 3 units. Typically, they send drones for some reason, and occasionally one of the other proper combat units will go with. And yeah, that's my big roadblock with the zombies. That, again, I think I have a way to solve it, but that's still going to take a little bit of time. Now, if we stop this and actually switch around our factions here, so let's make us zombies, why not, and the other faction survivors, and pop that there. Once again, I'll have my zombie dude collecting some flesh, doing his thing, and we'll pop over here, and once again, the faction, as the survivors, are functioning. They are collecting resources. They will build buildings, make that army, and I can see they're building bunks right now. They usually build 1 or 2 bunks, and then they'll get around to building an armory. Then they prioritize a triage. Then after that, they prioritize a garage, as well as additional bunks and watchtowers. And that all is functioning quite nicely. Up there they go, they're already going to build the armory. Wonderful. Now, my big issue with them is they won't even attack. I don't know why. Once they start building units, they just won't send them out. They will defend. Both factions will defend perfectly fine. If there is an enemy that comes into their territory, they will go to kill it. But the survivors, for some reason, I just can't get them to go and try and kill us. And that's my big roadblock with them. I think it's a similar issue to what I'm having the issue with the zombies, but that's a roadblock right now. Now, my other roadblock, the second big issue, you'll notice 2 of my guys here are not working. And that is because this guy upgraded to an engineer. When you are the player, this works just fine. You can, take your survivor, your scavenger, upgrade him to an engineer, and if you're manually controlling, you're okay. But the AI, if there are scavengers who have currently a project they're working on, say a set of bunks, and one of the scavengers upgrades to an engineer, the other scavengers just stop working. Now, any units currently doing work, like these guys collecting resources, will continue to do that, and any new scavengers built will go do things. But the existing scavengers, once they run out of the job to do, they stop. And that, I have no idea why. I'm debating on just deleting the engineer unit, or maybe making him a separate one, because it's getting to a point where it's driving me mad. Like, truly, awfully mad. But, yeah, that's my second big issue that has put me way behind right now, that I didn't allow me to get as much done as I was hoping. But you can see they are making units. Now, right now, they're mainly building hunters because I haven't figured out what I want balance-wise for resource usage. So at the moment, the militia and the hunters use the same resources. So the AI prioritizes hunters because they can shoot further and also damage more. So of course it makes sense to the AI, but I just gotta tweak that. And yeah, there's a lot of other various tweaks I've made, and because I have run into the issues with the AI, especially these guys, I've been working on some other things just to sort of take my mind off of it for a bit. Like animations, I've fixed a lot of the animations I had problems with. Buildings that had some issues with their placement, I've fixed those. A lot of small things that I've been meaning to do since we started, I'm now getting around to doing, because I've been basically banging my head against a wall on these issues. So yes, I have still been getting stuff done, just not what I was hoping. I have a feeling that the AI stuff is going to take me a couple more weeks to fully figure out and get prepped and working how I'm wanting it to, which is unfortunate. I was really hoping it would all be done today, but for the most part it is. They're building things, they're collecting things. It's just this engineer upgrade and the army attacking stuff. For some reason, I have been unable to get to work how they should. But hopefully I'll be able to get a solution to that here soon. Now, for the next 2 weeks, what I'm hoping to accomplish is, of course, continuing to work on the AI, but because it is kind of mind-numbingly destructive to my soul when I'm just sitting there looking at the code over and over going, what the hell is causing this? I do plan on working on some other things to sort of like alternate every other day. I'll work on AI, and then the other days I'm going to be actually be working on UI stuff just to start making this look better and more like how I'm wanting it to. It's not really that important, but I would like to get working on that, because it's one of those things that's once it's done, it's done. AI is going to continue to be a thing we're going to be working on for a long time, between getting it to function as well as balancing. As I've already found some things I need to balance out, like the militia and hunters are way too powerful. 4 hunters or even 5 militiamen can easily destroy an entire zombie hub, which is problematic. So I've been, balancing those things as well. And so those are all going to be an ongoing thing. The UI stuff, once it's done, it's done. And actually, did he just build a... Yes, he did. He expanded the territory over here. Interesting. Actually, a pretty good placement for once. Sometimes he builds it oddly, like down here. Good. That has improved. But yes, that is the progress I have made. Like I said, not as much as I was hoping to get done. These 2 issues that I'm running into at the moment are big issues that I hope I get solved over the next few weeks. But overall, AI is going to be an ongoing thing. But yeah, I'm hoping that by the next developer vlog in 2 weeks, that I'll have it more to where I'm wanting it to be, and perhaps after that we can start making more maps. We'll see how that does go. But for now, I'm mostly pleased with where I am. So that is really gonna be it for this video here today. I would like to hear what you guys have to say, what you think of the progress so far. Any suggestions, as usual, I am always happy to hear. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys in the next 2 weeks for the next update. But until that time, thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.